Beacon, Fridays at 6:30 EST, with your hosts Michael Seville and Joel Simmons. A channel whose focus is liberty. A place where the lessons discussed and taught will create openings to a more open and freer mindset. A mindset where you may reach the height of your potential and excel. Here are your hosts, Mike and Joel.
In the mix. Come on and with you, come on. What's up, everybody? It's Michael Seville and Joel Simmons, and I jumped in to bring us in with the Community Beacon at the end of 2022.
I think he's too hyped. He has the Wi-Fi connection going crazy. He's so hyped. He's taking up all the energy. The Wi-Fi can't handle it. Guys, what's going on? The brother is excited. Man, it's the end of 2022. It's Friday. It's about 6:30 when you're watching this, which means that you are on watching the Community Beacon. Guys, we appreciate you, man. This is the end of the year show. You know, it is what it is. December 30th, 2022. We appreciate you all for continuously checking in with us. Let me get some of this housekeeping going because I don't think the brother can really contain himself. My brother Joel Simmons with the Tenacity Foundation over there. He can't contain himself. Let me get the housekeeping in. We're going to follow the format of the show, and we're going to end this thing out with a bang. Guys, Monday nights, well, first off, like, subscribe, share. I know you all saw the ticker down there a second ago. I don't know exactly. It says hit the notification button. It'll show you when we're jumping on. So do that too. Make sure you ring that, hit the bell. Subscribe, man. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. We're just going to get better and better as we go into this new year. This might have been our first full year. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Monday nights, what it takes, guys. We did it out with just as well. If you didn't check out the last episode, Monday night, I was going over execution for the last month. Really, really good stuff. Go check it out. Monday nights, right around 9 o'clock.
All right. Make sure you check that out. You got to be there. And then remember, on Wednesday, every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m., go ahead and throw it on up on the screen there, Anna. All right. We have Christina Erico. All right. And she's going to be here. She's got a lot to talk about. She's a great guest. I can't wait for you to see her. And then we close out the week with Community Beacon. Go ahead. Take it from here, brother. Keep it moving.
Man, I kicked myself out, I think. Yeah, we ended out the week.
Fire energy. Yeah, he's over there burning up. He's a fireball. I'm the fireman. Wow. I'm not going to put him out, though, because that man is dope.
Put me out. Guys, Community Beacon 6:30. First full year, year to year. We came to you every Friday. We made sure we put something out every Friday. So this is dope. First full calendar year that we finished out and we did it. Appreciate you guys for sticking with us. Happy New Year. Shouts out to everybody that's doing what we do, helping us do what we do. Of course, we got Anna backstage producing the show. She's always here on time. Sometimes Anna was sick and she still showed up and was doing her thing, during this entire year. So she's definitely, we have to give credit where credit's due because she makes the show what it is, from the intros to the outros to all these little signs that you see getting put up, the background, she's spliced videos together. She's made a way when there probably wouldn't have been a way. So shouts out to Anna. I definitely appreciate it. I'm sure Joe does as well. I'm sure he tells you every day. But if I haven't said it in a while, definitely appreciate everything that you do. Pray that you have a happy and safe new year over there. And of course, brother, what's going on? It's been a while. Crocodile.
Hey, man. Hey. Listen, brother, it's always good to see you. Always good to see you and to speak with you. I feel like that's a treasure that I have to keep in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you be moving. You're moving. You're keeping things on the up and on the coming. And I just, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate this time and this little moment right here that we got to spend together. So I'm excited about this. Excited,
I'm
fired up.
1,000%. I'm 1,000% in alignment, and I agree with everything you just said in the last 15 to 20 seconds. All that is true, people. Everything the brother just said. So I definitely appreciate it. Oh man, so here we are. We're ending this out. I love the title. Of course, Anna. I don't know who can. It had to be Anna, probably. A grateful end to an amazing year. This entire month we have spoken about being grateful. I think one of the founding principles of just life itself and in general. And man, I was thinking this morning, I have my regular normal routine of what it is that I do. And, my first thing when I do as I open my eyes, I pop open the Bible and I'm reading it. And I'm in what used to be one of my favorite books, which is the book of Job. I don't know why it was my favorite book, but it did get me through some trying times back in 2004, 2005 when I lost my sisters. Of course, now I have a lot more experience and understanding. And, I'm at one of the more frustrating parts when he's going back and forth with his friends about, what he's deserving of or what he doesn't deserve of. And then it struck me because it's a real interesting conversation of I could just imagine being laid up in bed, hurting, boils all on your body. You can't move. You're going through, you're grief stricken, just lost your entire family, servants, friends, fields, everything that you've come to accumulate. And now you're here laying in bed. And it's an interesting back and forth. I'm just like, I'm really feeling for the brother, because I'm just like, my God, you know what I mean? Here's this guy going through it. And I said, man, maybe I might need to switch up because it puts you in an automatic thought. And I think my first thought when I get up, and this is where I'm going to go, I'm just going to move these things around, is going to be gratefulness. It's just going to be I'm grateful for opening my eyes. So I'm switching my routine around. So for the first 10 to 15, 20 minutes, it's more so about shouting the praises and just being grateful. And then I can go into the book, because the book just makes you think. You know what I mean? But I want to start off, and that's why I said this gratefulness is like a founding principle that I think we all should start, because worst thing come if everything turns upside down, you still can be grateful. That's the attitude that you can approach things with. You know what? This happened to me. I'm grateful for it. I was at Costco the other day and I'm walking out. I told the guy, I was like, man, I'm at Costco again. He was like, man, you should be grateful that you can afford to come in here again. I said, you know what? That's right. Look how he spent that $200 bill that I had just accumulated again for the second or third time, probably for the second time that week. It's like you can just always put that spin in regards to being grateful, brother. And of course, I'm grateful to be here. Guys, we put in a lot of work. You see the brothers out there. The brothers always moving. That's a busy guy. Mr. Joe Simmons of the Tenacity Foundation is always moving. And I know a lot of things can be trying. I know a lot of things can just, move your schedule around. It can make it logistics can be hard and trying. But man, I'm sure when he turns around, he's just grateful, because you can tell from the energy he has on the screen, brother. I know this episode, I wanted to talk about some of the big takeaways that we've had. We've done a lot on this show, and doesn't necessarily have to come from the show. But going into the new year, 2023, shouts out to 2023 right around the corner, brother. What are some of your big? I probably should have made you list them before you got on, because I know you had a lot of eye-opening moments this year. We're starting up the new businesses, getting deeper into the and still what was some of the breakthroughs that you can recollect?
Number one, I think that's a great question, especially as we're closing out the end of this year. And it's funny that we are, maybe less than 36 hours or something like that before we actually bring in what is the new year. And I mean, what is what is the new year? It's another day in the whole cycle, right? Uh, because the fiscal year, it's a new calendar year, but the fiscal year has already begun. And in the business world, you should already have been, you should have already taken care of your taxes. You should already have been made your business plan. You should already have been moving in towards the new calendar year. And what I've learned personally, last December, I was not moving like I'm moving this December. This December, I think I may have put in some of the most productive hours of my career this year. And I don't know, that I may be overstating that, but I just know that I put in a lot of productivity and a lot of action. And because of that action, I have a lot of things that came about because that manifested because of the action. They're a direct causation, a result, and that I have a lot of things that are rolling directly into the new year. And we're starting off the new year really big. Going to be in Dallas, next week. And so this is huge. You know, uh, so some of my greatest takeaways are going to be, my business relationships. Uh, so, my relationship with you, Mike, that's big. This is big because last year, 2021, we didn't have this much communication. And me and Mike, just speaking to the audience, we're like really good friends. Mike, I don't know about me to him, but him to me, he's one of my besties. He's one of my best buds. So I mean, of course, he's like a brother to me, but I like to also explain that that's one of my best friends because I go by the scripture where the Bible says, Jesus said, that I call you my friends because a friend will give his life, you know, for one another. And I think that that's important that when you establish somebody as a true quote unquote friend, that what does that mean? Well, that means that, if Mike were to call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm definitely getting out of my bed. And, if I was at the job and I get that telephone call and Mike's like, hey, listen, such and such, whatever it is. And it's at that point, it's like, hey, listen, boss man, I'm sorry, but I have to go. Well, listen, if you leave, it costs you your job. All right, that's Mike. So we're gonna have to talk about this later because I gotta go. I don't know what you have to do, but I know what I have to do. And so that when I start to talk about friendship, that's where I'm coming from. And we had the opportunity to experience a lot more this year. And so I'm very, very grateful for that. Um, I tell you something else, Mike. I'm very grateful for and and I'm going to save this part for last a little bit. But I'm grateful for my financial team. I met up with this dude named Cody almost 2 years ago, and this guy has become so close to me. And because of that relationship, I have been so many places throughout the states, and it's just amazing. Increasing my financial literacy, increasing my finances. I've been helping out families, and I've met some dynamic people that are helping me to really like grow and establish something that I never had foresaw. And then I'm grateful for my team, the Tenacity Foundation team. I love these guys, especially Anna. Oh my gosh, you know, Anna, Jazzy, Jomer. I got Suzanne. I got Joanne, who we just hired. Shout out to all of those that have come in and been a part and are now gone, passed on to doing other things like Erison and Liz and Elijah and Alyssa and Jade. And Jade still contacts me, just wishing me good days and Merry Christmas and stuff like that. So I cherish those things because this family is sweet, and I'm grateful for them. Very, very grateful for them. So just want to put that out there in the atmosphere that I'm grateful for my family. Oh my gosh. my wife, who has who has been who has subdued and subjected herself underneath every wild business opportunity that I have gone about. And I'm just very grateful that in this year I've found myself to be much more successful than in my previous endeavors. My children, Sweet Pea, Jonah, Aaliyah, and all of my family and my church, my God. Thank God for God. God has given me the ability to walk through fires and come out unburned and not smelling like smoke. That's crazy. Like I've teared up and I've cried, man. And I had you on the phone one day, but I'm just like I'm trying to suck in my tears. But I'm like, no, I'm just gonna cry because I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna back these tears. No, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna do this. No, and like I'm still here.
Yeah, absolutely, man, brother. Listen, they say your network is your net worth. So you just named a lot of different things, a lot of different people that makes it all come together. God, people, no man is an island. You're gonna need people, and people who need people, and people who need people are some of the luckiest people. Check out Barbara Streisand. That's her song. Man, so shouts out to everyone that Joel spoke about. We're in some interesting times, man. And you got to be, and I'm listening to what you're saying, brother. And it sounds like, and I heard one of your things the other day, and I liked it. You put it out on social media, and then we spoke about it months earlier, and we are talking about time and chance. You know what I mean? Time and chance. And so it's like, you're putting forth the activities, and then the right activities. That's what makes it so productive, and it gives you your time back, your return on your time. And so so you just got to put it all together. Lots of learning. And one thing I know about you is that you're always learning, and you're always getting better, and you're always making the adjustment. And that's what it takes to make a success, to have a business be successful. As soon as you're presented with the information, you make the adjustment. And if that's one thing I can name a couple of things, the time and chance, go back and check out that episode if you ever get a chance. The brother just put something up on social media in regards to time and chance. Go back and check that out. I think we had a real breakthrough this year when we spoke about time. And just, Eckhart Tolle has the book, The Power of Now, but I'm just going to use the title is just The Power of Now. And now is where your power is. Now is where your power is, guys. So it's like now is when you could make that change. We can go back, we can look at some things. There's nothing wrong with going back and reviewing things. There's nothing wrong with projecting things into the future. There's a time and place for that. But for the most part, you want to put your time in the now. You want to put your focus in the now. That goes along with your business, and it goes along with your family. They don't know about the length of time. Length of time is cool. Hey, yeah, I was with my kids for 8 hours yesterday. But were you with your kids? Were you with your family? They would much rather, and we spoke about this. So, and I repeat a lot because repetition is the mother of skill. You got to constantly tell yourself these things. You got to constantly remind yourself of these things. Be here in the now and the present. Whoever is the most focused for the longest, the most consistent period of time, they win. You got to be consistent, and you have to be focused while you're there. You put those two things together, then when we start talking about time and chance, there's the time, here's your chance, here's the activities, we're focused and we're consistent. Things can't help but happen. How did this happen? How did you get this windfall? Oh, well, I was just doing my job to the best of my ability. I was just doing it, and all of a sudden, luck struck. You know what I mean? Like luck happened. Go ahead, brother.
And that's it, man. Luck is not what people think of it. You know what I'm saying? What you're explaining is right out of the book of The Richest Man in Babylon. And it's like, well, what is luck? They have this discussion about luck. And the thing about it is when they start talking about it, they're like, well, listen, let's talk about luck. And then all of a sudden they start to go into causality, right? Man X did Y and Z, and after that, all of a sudden, Lady Destiny showed up. Okay,
Yeah, y'all busy
and
over there.
that's it. Yeah, man. I gotta listen.
Okay.
I gotta jump.
Yeah, well, we wanted to make this real quick. I appreciate the brother for taking the time out. We definitely wanted to make this happen. Guys, next year we will definitely see you next year. We got a lot more things to talk about. We appreciate you guys. Have a happy new year. Be safe. And guess what? We'll see you next time. Peace.